Hello everyone, Jeff here, playing for my new channel, Casus Belli. I've been away from Total War for a number of years while at university, but I'm just finishing up my graduate degree. So I moved home while I'm writing my dissertation, and I have just a little bit of time to be able to indulge in hobbies like this. I haven't been able to play Total War for a number of years, but I kept in touch with the game through fellow YouTubers, and now that I'm home and have the time and the resources to be able to play the game and to devote to the hobby, I figured why not just jump right in and join the community, and hopefully I'll be able to be a little more active in the online esports realm, specifically with Total War. Um, like I said, it's been a while since I've played, so I've gone ahead and downloaded the Darth modification for the Vanilla Empire game, and I think I'm going to decide to play as France in the beginning, because it has territories in all three regions of the globe, so there's a little more intrinsic interest in that regard. And I've put the campaign difficulty and the battle difficulty up at their most difficult, so they're very hard, which may not be a good idea, seeing as how I haven't played in quite some time, so I'm probably not going to be a very polished player. So this could be a very quick Let's Play, shall we say. But yeah, having said that, let's go ahead and just jump right in. It's been some time, so if people have any comments or suggestions as we go throughout the campaigns, please do let me know. Drop me a line down below in the comments, suggestion, whatever observations you guys might have. It's very appreciated. It's going to take me a little bit of time to get up to speed.
Your first priority.
Let's see what she has to say here.
Recruitment in order to adequately patrol France's extensive borders. The Alsace region to the east could be under threat. The inhabitants are largely German speakers, so Prussia or Austria may try to take it back in an attempt to forge a single German empire. However, a protracted land war with either of these nations may prove unwise, despite the strength and reputation of the French army. The territories of the Holy Roman Empire to the east are good Catholic populations under the corrupt yoke of heretic Lutheran masters. As such, the territories of Rhineland and Württemberg are potential targets for a Catholic French army wishing to bring the true religion back to the faithful. Also, look to expand your foothold in the new worlds of America and India before the British colonize both continents, therefore becoming too powerful to keep in check. There are still unexplored native territories on the American continent, although the Spanish have begun expansion in that direction, so time is of the essence. In India, the landscape is changing. The old Mughal Empire is starting to collapse and lose territory to their Maratha rivals. The British, Dutch, and Portuguese are all active in this theater, so you should make alliances and secure territory before they do. Make trade agreements in order to sell your colonial resources. Open as many trade routes as possible between France and her colonies, and patrol routes against attack as much as possible. An alliance with Spain may also be fruitful, acting as a counterbalance to the current British monopoly in America.
All right, there we have it. So I think my general strategy moving forward here, at least in the incipient stages of the game, is going to be to just hold on the continent, try and expand my territories and possessions in the Americas, and similarly to just hold on to my possessions in India for the time being. So that's kind of what I have in mind here. Of course, it's all subject to change once the game gets underway. Various powers, interests, and events dictate. Alright, let's see here. I am going to upgrade the infrastructure, and I do want to get a technological edge. So I'm going to invest in the Royal Observatory to start with here. Let's see where we're at. Let's move our rake up to Brussels here, kind of on the frontier. And let's... Since I am going to concentrate on the New World, I'm actually going to work on getting some men and material over there as soon as possible. So now that we've united these fleets, let's go ahead and bring them into the port of the Havre. Okay. Let's see. Interesting. I'm probably going to leave this general here in Paris, but I am going to send the rest of his troops over to the New World here, as it were. Let's take a quick peek. Okay, demi-cannons, a couple of cavalry. Alright, so let's go ahead and recruit some more line infantry. I'm just going to run down a couple of light infantry there. Maybe one more group of lancers and one more demi-cannon. So in 3 turns those will be ready to go. He's headed up. Let's take a quick peek around my possessions here. I'm not going to upgrade the college yet. I do want to get the scholar. Yes, let's go ahead and work on the plug bayonets. Okay, let's take a look at what improvements we can make at this early stage of the game. I'm going to hold off on that for now. Yes. Going to hold off on that. Yes, we'll go ahead and do that. Since we jumped over to India, let me just quickly take a peek at where we're at here. I'm going to build some roads and get an upgraded military governor's barracks. But other than this, I don't really plan on doing much in India for the time being. Hopefully things will work out to my favor there. Okay, let's take a look at what we have in the Americas. Quite a bit. Yes, let's go ahead and just start upgrading. Get a road system, barracks, yes. Cannon foundry, absolutely. Okay. So let's just recruit some militia, some bowmen. And maybe that looks good for now. Let's see what... Okay, so they're alright. Let's go ahead and move the missionary down into Iroquois territory here. Keep an eye on them for the time being. And let's just take a quick peek at what is available for upgrades. I'm going to hold off on that for now since I just upgraded another one in the region. I don't want to run my finances too low. Yes, the spices are a good bet. Let's go ahead and get a few colonial militia in there. Likewise, down here. Let's invest in a few more. And just to forestall any potential problems. I'm going to guess that within a couple of turns, somebody's going to try and make a move on those possessions, so we'll attempt to preempt those plans. Let's see here. I do have a fleet. I'm just going to park it out in Newfoundland for now and wait to combine it with the fleet that's departing from Europe before I start to move against any powers like the pirates or any other nations that attempt to conquer my claims. Okay. And we're broke already. That was fast. Seems to be a theme in my life. Okay. Let's see. Ivory, spices. Okay. let's take a quick look at, I'm going to assume that this is all pretty copacetic. Everyone's, yeah, happy. My ministers, generally popular. Government, that's good. He doesn't really have much to mention for him, does he? Okay. Excellent. Head. Okay. So, the Minister of Justice and the Minister to India don't really seem to have much to offer. Let's take a look down here. Do I have any naturally talented ministers of justice? Not quite. Well, let's just go ahead and hold tight for now. Alright, yeah, everybody looks pretty good there. National summary. My income's okay. It's not going to be sufficient over the long term, obviously, so let's go ahead and open our diplomatic relations here and see if there's anybody that we can convince to trade. Let's see if we can open up some trade with the colonies for now. Let's change that. I'll offer it for 10 turns. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, that's fine. I'm not too particularly concerned right now. The Ottomans. The Mughal Empire. Let's see if we can just... No. Okay. Sea trades. Minor nations. Let's take a look at what we have here. Persia is friendly. I'm not sure what they have to recommend. Let's go ahead and just sit tight there. If I can, I'm going to try and save a little bit of money next turn and buy my way into Great Britain's good graces. And we'll see if we can open up some trade with them. And if that fails, possibly reaching out to the Austrians. Let's try and reach out to them now. Let's see if we can... Oh, excellent. So, we just opened up trade with Austria. And my home ports are now at capacity. So, and our income actually looks a little bit better. So, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Let's take a look here. Alright, that was a good move. Colonies perhaps not so much, but that's okay. Alright, let's end the turn and see what happens here. Experienced users and viewers will probably notice that there isn't any background music, so I apologize if the ambiance isn't quite as nice as it normally is, but given all of the copyright infringement issues that I've seen pop up throughout the Total War community, I just went ahead and silenced the music to avoid any of those problems from right out of the gate. If I get the time and feel inspired enough, I might go back through and see if I can replace the Darth Mod music files with just the vanilla music files, but that might be beyond my technological capacity. So we'll see. Let's see here. Who are your enemy? Austria. That's actually fine. I'm going to accept that agreement. And interesting. All right, well, let's see what happens here. So the Austrians agreed to sit out. Okay, that's fine. And the United Provinces have declared war, so my guess is right. They're going to go sack everything they can in the Americas. Why not? I'm not really in a position to do anything about it at the moment. No, that's not advantageous. Pardon me while I have a sip of sweet tea here. Fortifying sweet tea. Okay. Yes, why not? We'll see what happens with that. I'm a little bit worried about the Marathons. Oh, and I keep playing with the position of my mic, just because I don't quite know how it's going to get picked up in the recording process. I don't have a pop filter or anything like that. It's just a Sennheiser headset with the built-in mic that I'm using. So if everything works out well enough, and we get to the point where I'm able to afford a Blue Yeti or something like that, that'll be great. But for now, you'll just have to bear with me. Let's see. Yes, absolutely. Hopefully that will help keep the British at bay and the Mughals as well. Or is it the Marathons? I can never remember which color corresponds with which. Alright. Let's jump right in. Okay. Yes, yes, of course you did. Alright, so we do have one unit of militia here. Another one's on the way, so they should be in a position to respond here shortly. It doesn't seem like the provinces have a large number of troops to speak of. Seems like they're mostly intent on raiding, which is okay for now. I'm kind of concerned about what the Iroquois are going to do here. So I'm just steeling myself for the inevitable attack. Let's go ahead and move him down. And the next turn we'll have one more, and let's see, what did I already have two. I'm actually going to get one more unit of militia here. And then hopefully by that point we're still 2 turns away from a cannon foundry, but we should be okay. Would be nice to recruit some cavalry units, but that's okay. I can wait. I can hold off. Oh, excellent. Yes, I'm going to go with the trading port here. And like I said, if I'm overlooking something or making a mistake, please drop me a comment or suggestion, and just let me know what you think and what I'm not perceiving right now. Because it's probably going to be a pretty rough ride here at the beginning. Okay, so basically take the Ohio Valley and Louisiana will become mine. Okay. New Orleans. I'm actually going to graduate school right up the river right here in Baton Rouge at Louisiana State University. Which, as of 1700, is a collection of huts, it looks like. Baton Rouge, of course, being a red stick. So, somewhat true to the game, true to history. Okay, let's move forward here. I'm getting sidetracked. Alright. Yes, we caught that. Okay, let's just take a quick jump back to Europe. take a peek. Oh yes, this looks wonderful. Get these men on board. What happened to my general? Ah! He is just slow. I'm going to recruit a few line infantry for the Strasbourg area. And then as soon as I dispatch this force to the Americas, I will recruit a few more for this region as well. Like I said, I just plan to hold on to this area, but just to dissuade the United Provinces from attempting to come down into the region. Okay, let's see what happens here. Let's get him a little bit of experience. Let's infiltrate a few things, and then perhaps we'll see if he can conduct some nefarious attempts at assassination. Alright, let's hop over to India really quickly, just to check on progress. Everything looks good. Good. And the Mughals are my allies. The Marathans are at peace currently, but seem to be pushing. I'm a little worried about that. Let's hope we have enough here. Alright. Okay. To the end turn we go. Right. Yes, we will intercept, but let's go ahead and just auto-resolve this, because it seems to be a flip of the coin. Alright, that's fine. Perfect. Not really much to be gained from fighting that. What? Oh, the Prussians went in on the colonization game. No thank you, but let's see what happens if we swap. If I had some money, I'm sure I could buy them off, but I'm not in that position quite yet. Another sip of tea. Okay. Oh, excellent. Yeah, I keep waiting. Yeah, oh, there it is. I knew it. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll see who. Okay. So I'm going to imagine this Louisiana will push first. Yeah, he's going to start raiding. Shoot. France might start with territories in all three regions, but it's not incredibly well positioned to either defend or expand in the beginning, is it? Feel a little bit like I'm reacting to events here. Okay, this is wanting. This is not very good. All right. Okay. Oh, a continent is just erupting. Okay. I'm going to build a school there. Like I said, I really want a technological edge, so I'm going to do everything that I can to further that goal. Oops. Alright, let's go ahead. Wow, that looks really good. Let's go ahead and drop the Lancers out, and yes, the regiment of foot. Okay. These guys are ready. Let's get them to the Americas as quickly as possible. Perfect. Hopefully they have an uneventful voyage. Alright. So we've got a little bit of money. I'm just going to hold off on appointing or on upgrading It's a Jesuit college. I will improve some farms. Let's just take a quick peek here. We probably don't need the demi cannons, and I'm going to just recruit a couple of line infantry there, and looks like there's one there. I'm going to recruit one more. Okay.
Oui, milord.
Let's see if we can take a peek inside Amsterdam here. Okay. Alright, so not much. Okay.
J'attends vos ordres.
Next turn, let's see if we can steal a peek at this army here, and then perhaps move to assassinate this character. I am not opposed to being underhanded in any way. Okay. Yep. Alright, not much to do there. Let's see if we can restore that unit's health. I will move against this navy here as soon as the reinforcements arrive from abroad. Okay. And then let's see. Oh, I thought something was raided here. Perhaps I misunderstood. Okay. Alright, one more turn for some artillery. Let's... Well, my finances are really putting a crimp in things here. Okay. That would be close, so let's just wait one more turn. Wait for that final recruitment before we attempt to do anything. See if the Spanish can aid in any ways. Excuse me, in any way. I left the end turns on just because of my lack of familiarity with the game at this point, and just to impart kind of the broader picture of what's occurring in the game. Well, that would be nice, but I will decline that. I don't want to get pulled into anything else for the moment. Swedish look to be up to something. Okay. At least southern Louisiana seems well positioned to defend its territory. I'm not sure if they'll be able to loan me any aid and support here in the upper Ohio. Okay, the pirates. The bane of Thomas Jefferson. Okay. Excellent. Wonderful. What are we researching at the moment? Yes, absolutely. Wow, this is a fantastic mod. I love these units. Perfect. Hussars de Bercheny. Perfect. Yes, absolutely. Okay. Let's see what we have here. So the foundry should be done, no? Yes, it is. Boy, that's too bad. Yes, absolutely. And I'm going to go ahead and sink a lot of money into the road system there, even though it's perhaps better spent elsewhere. Do I have any
Majesté?
light cavalry? I do not. So we definitely need to recruit some light cavalry. Okay. And at the moment, this stack worries me. You're probably going to go jump up there. Okay. Let's see. Alright, armchair general. Aren't we all? Recruitment. Oh, excellent. That's what I was hoping I saw out there. So let's go ahead and... Well, let's just drop the army off. Am I allowed to drop the army off out here? Yes. Let's just go ahead and drop the army off. And recall my fleet from Newfoundland. And then we will sally forth and meet them. Oh no, well, we'll have to conduct a joint meeting next turn. But they should be close enough so that if they move against them, that they should be able to support each other. And let's go ahead and assault the pirates here. And let's jump right in. Well, let's see if they'll surrender. I doubt it. Yeah. Alright, our first assault. This could be rough. Haven't done this in a while, so we'll see what happens here. But I'll probably go ahead and end the video at the conclusion of this, which is hopefully successful engagement with the pirates. And like I said, your feedback would be much appreciated, especially for these kinds of engagements where I'm still not going to be up to speed, especially with all these wonderful new units by Darth Mod. What a fantastic modder. Okay. I need one more sip of tea. Alright, now I'm ready. Had to get that last fortifying sip here. Alright. Let's take a quick look. Well, pretty flat, as you'd expect. Seems like they will be coming. Let's go ahead. Coming from the city, I would assume. Oh, interesting. There's two settlements here. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and just drop the general in behind. Let's put both my lancers. We'll group them together, and we will keep them on the right wing. And then we'll go ahead and move my other unit of cavalry. We'll put them over on the left here. And then, are these pikemen? Yes, okay. I'm actually going to leave the pikemen right in here, and just in case there's any kind of colossal screw up on my part. Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, well, I'm going to put both of them over on the left here. How did I miss that? Okay, like I said, I'm going to leave the pikemen right behind the artillery here in case I have committed some sort of colossal screw-up. So I can rush them out. I'm playing with a new mouse, the Corsair M65. I'm just not quite used to it yet. It's a fantastic mouse. Really enjoy it, but it's not quite used to the controls as of this moment. Let's go ahead and put them there. And we'll go ahead and stretch them along the right side. And the Coureur de Bois, let's put over here just in case. Are they going to be... Okay, yes. Interesting. Woodsmen, huh? Well, they look like woodsmen. They're rather drab mustaches. Do they have face paint? War paint? Huh. Alright, here we go. Let's hope I don't do too poorly here. Oh, they look to be coming from straight away. Alright, let's move those men out. Not too far. I'll move these guys out a little farther. Oh, wow. I think I'm going to try and bend them in towards the line there. And let's see if we can get my cavalry into the field behind. Get after these mortars here. Alright. Let's... look at that. Okay, well, I should be able to dispatch them. And I'm going to move the Courrier de Bois out as well, even though they likely won't get there in time. Set them up in the forest there. Okay. Let's keep pushing here. Keep moving, men. Let's go ahead and train my own. So they've already taken a few casualties here. General's bodyguard is okay, but we can. They've got some of the horses down. Alright, let's see if we're doing any damage here. Doesn't look like it, does it? Come on, boys! Open up! Wow. That one shot in the middle. There we go. No! Oh, wow. Really? Here we are. I'm gonna move in there. Let's hurry up, boys. You are just out of range, just coming into range. I'm gonna slide you up a little there. Hopefully you won't get hit by the artillery. Whoops. Alright. Right into the back of them. No, don't stop, man. Alright. That looks good. I'm afraid this wing didn't really get much experience, did it? But that's alright. Wow, that was fast. Alright, let's end the battle there. I could run them down, but to be quite honest, I don't really have the time, the patience, or the interest for that at this stage, so let's just go ahead and end it there and see how we did in the after-action report. You'll have to excuse me, I'm struggling with a little bit of allergies, so my voice isn't quite normal. Excellent. Let's take a quick look at the kills. Not bad. Not bad at all. 4 units received a little bit of veterancy. Excellent. So yes, now the Leeward Islands are ours. and we're so broke we can't even repair them. That's alright. Wonderful. Alright. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Like I said, please leave me comments below or like the video if you liked it, and if you didn't like it, let me know why. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.